Hey guys, the Demon here once again, and we have some really interesting news. So, it's time for Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, at first I thought there's something wrong. Maybe it's Baldur's Gate 2.5 and something like this. You know how it is. They released a new special edition version of Baldur's Gate. So when I search for Baldur's Gate, things pop up like Enhanced Edition for Baldur's Gate 1 or Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition, of course, the complete saga. And now there's Baldur's Gate 3 to be announced. Okay. Another interesting fact is that they released something like Baldur's Gate 1.5. It was an expansion for Baldur's Gate 1. And let's see if we can find it. Or the Siege of Dragonspear. Yes, that's it. So this was also a very nice game, I would say, for coming out 10 years later. Okay, so it was nowhere near as good as Baldur's Gate 2 and not even comparable to Baldur's Gate 1. It was still positive and it came out 2016. And now after hearing about Baldur's Gate 3, I thought, okay, maybe 2.5, maybe they add some story, maybe they add something. But there seems to be even more, because it's developed by Larian Studios, and if you know who Larian Studios are, they made the Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Dragon Commander. This was a strategy game. They had a Divinity game where you could fly a dragon, and it's more of an action role-playing game. Yes, Divinity 2, I think. And of course, Original Sin 1 and 2. These were the great, classic role-playing games they created. Of course, the other games also were really nice. I'm not saying that they weren't, but this was a little bit like a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, maybe. So you had a lot of choices. You could use your environment, you could create your characters, and you really had quite a lot of things to do. So this price, 70% reduced, $12 basically. I think it's a steal. The first game. The first game was really nice. It had some parts that I really didn't like. For example, you had to continue a quest in a certain way. You had to do some things in a special way, and I really tried to do it in a creative way, because the game teaches you to think creative, and then it didn't work then, and I died approximately 50 times testing other things, wasted several hours, and then I had enough. I checked a walkthrough and it says, oh, basically you have to do it like this, and do this, and then you can continue here. And I thought, okay, wonderful. It would be really nice if they would make it a little bit more clear. Okay. Another interesting thing is that you can create your own character really in a way you want, because you can play undead and the world reacts to this. The same goes basically for Divinity Original Sin 2. Here you could also create quite some interesting characters. So here we have a lizard man. It was basically like Divinity 1 on steroids. Also here, a nice deal, 25 or $27. It's really good. The graphics are also really nice. When you, of course, for an action game, an action RPG, or an classic isometric RPG. You can't compare the graphics to Doom 2016 or Rage 2 or something like this, because of course it's not on the same level, but you have nice explosions. Maybe we could check the screenshot. Yes, there it is. So you have fire, explosions, lightning, and everything. The characters look decent. The portraits are nice. The textures are nice. So everything is nice. Okay, but let's continue to Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, so I really searched for it, and then I thought, okay, what is this? It's really planned, announced. It's real. Okay, I couldn't believe it at first. And then I checked the trailer. I went to the Obsidian page, and there is a trailer for it. And I really can't believe it. But it's an interesting trailer. Okay. And at first you think, okay, yeah, what's going on? You have a knight. You're just a dude. You're walking there. Okay. He seems to have some kind of hallucinations or something like this. After a long fight. And what's this? So he spills out some blood. I think this is already not a good sign. So basically a really dark tone from the beginning. And of course, when you check the area, a lot of dead people. Also not, yes, a nice atmosphere, but rather depressing. A lot of death. And you think, okay, this looks interesting. The graphics look good. Of course, you can say it's just an rendered, pre-rendered cinematic. The real game won't look anything like this. This is true, but the cinematic gives you a feeling for a certain atmosphere. Okay, so let's continue. So the guy, yes, he vomits into his hand. He looks at it, and his teeth fall out. It's really not nice. And basically, yes, I think he knows that he's done for. And if you, I don't want to spoil the trailer, maybe you should check it for yourself, but then something happens. And there's a transformation. And it's really, really interesting. Really well done. His face transforms, so epic. And I think it's so ugly and gruesome. It gives us a real dark vibe. Okay, so let's continue further. His hair falls out and he transforms. And it's, wow. I basically can't describe my first feeling when I watched it. Yes, and he is one of the most powerful creatures in the D&D universe. Yes, so he transformed. And we have a completely different feeling here. By the way, in the background there's also the trailer running. So he's standing there. And yes. So we know that it's D&D, and when we stop the video and the lightning strikes, it shows us that there are even more of these creatures. Or maybe other creatures, but I don't think so, because he's hovering above the ground. So he's standing up and he starts to hover. And as soon as the lightning strikes... Oh, I'm too slow? Nah, of course I'm too slow. I'm always too slow. There's the lightning. So we see quite some creatures there. So I think this is a really good sign. Larian Studios. Whoa, and then we have something really interesting in the next moment, because there's a giant tentacle. It gives us a little bit of a Cthulhu vibe here, Lovecraftian in a way. But of course these creatures are still part of the D&D lore. So I think they won't sway too far away from this. And it could be a really, really good game. Of course, it could be a failure. But I'm happy that someone makes Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye!